Good afternoon. We want to, first of all, dedicate and makdish these divrei Torah on Parsha Shelach le'ilui nishmat Avram Mordechai ben Yeshua Tzvi, the memory of the father of our dear congregant Jacques Karalnik, and may the divrei Torah be contributing factor that he should have an aliyah in Gan Eden. Whenever I get to Parshat Shelach Lecha, I always think that I'd prefer to just sit down and not give any drasha, not give any sermon, because I think it's all written in the Torah. All the issues that we have today, the Zionistic issues in Eretz Israel, about leaders, about agendas, about reality versus miracles. For example, what we think about the nations of the world in the Torah, it says, for example, that the spies felt that they were like grasshoppers. All these issues are written, and all we have to do is we just have to look at the Parsha very carefully, and we can hear an echo of everything that is going on today in Eretz Israel. But b'chol ofen, I wanted to share with you an interesting observation. That you know, in the Shulchan Aruch there is a chapter which speaks about which days are appropriate for people who are tzaddikim to fast. There's a whole list of fasts over and above the normal, the fasts that we know, Yom Kippur, and then after in the Torah, and then Midrabanan, or Midivrei Sofrim, Tisha B'Av, Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, etc. Over and above those classical, well-known fasts, there are lots of days which, because of certain calamities or people that passed away, that there's a minhag that people who are tzaddikim, that they fast on those days. And one of those days is, the Shulchan Aruch list, is the 17th of Elul. And the Shulchan Aruch says what happened on the 17th of Elul, some 2 weeks before Rosh Hashanah. That's when the Meraglim passed away. So the Beit Yosef, the author of the Shulchan Aruch in his work, and also the Beit Chadash, they all ask, so what is this? We have to fast because the Meraglim passed away? The Meraglim who caused such a lot of problems to the Jewish people, and we celebrate, we observe Tisha B'Av, because the Gemara in Masechet Ta'anit says that everyone cried on the night of Tisha B'Av. So the spies who caused this zigzagging of Jewish history, that had an impact forever. So for that we have to cry, that when they were the plague that killed them on the 17th of Elul, this is why we have to fast. We should maybe make a party, not to fast. Some people, the way Joseph says that, maybe we fast because they maybe did tshuva and they didn't, their tshuva wasn't accepted. That's what it seems like. There's a lot of discussion about the tirutz of the Beit Yosef, but I'd like to suggest maybe another way of looking at this thing. Why is it that we fast on this? Saying we, it's a minhag for certain people that they fast on the 17th of Elul. And I think the reason is like this, is we fast because we, as a Jewish people, we heard what the Meraglim did, and we actually didn't do anything about it. So we're partially to blame. Correct, the Meraglim were 10 people, versus 8 people, versus 2, Yoshua and Kalev. And how were we supposed, the Jewish people, how were they supposed to know who to listen to? And the answer is that there's certain things in life that everybody knows the truth. You don't have to listen to all the experts. And in this case, everyone knew. Moshe Rabbeinu said that we have to go into Eretz Israel. God himself said we have to go into Eretz Israel. So how come the Jewish people allowed themselves to be demoralized by what the Meraglim said? That means that the Jewish people themselves, what we did was, we ourselves were guilty. And therefore we fast on the 17th of Elul. We fast because we know that there was a truth. There was the Meraglim died. They brought about this debacle to the Jewish people, but we didn't do anything about it. We didn't protest what they said. And therefore the fast isn't so much about them. The fast is about us. Over and above what we fast on Tisha B'Av, we fast that we didn't protest. That could be the reason why we don't make a party, but we fast in order to remember that we could have known the truth, we should have known the truth, and we didn't do anything about it. So that's the message of this fast of the 17th of Elul.